Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Illegal Elbow Radio. I want to thank you big time for joining us. Got a great show for you tonight. Brian, Dan, and Justin, your hosts, will be with you shortly. In the meantime, I want you to check out LegalElbowRadio.com, LegalElbow.com. Check out Dan and McMann on Facebook. Man J Group, a.k.a. Statistician, Rolodex, Tim, anything else you want to say? We're pumped up, excited, glad you could join us. We're going to get it together right now. All right, people, we're back, man. We're back. Glad to have you guys back with us for part 2 of tonight. I wasn't planning on doing a part 2 because I got to get up way early, but man, there's just too much shit going on. And we got to get to it. We got to finish it up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So,
too much news, too many fights. We got to fucking go over it, man. We can't go to sleep, man. We'll be tossing and turning, thinking, man, I had to fucking talk more about Masasi and the Dragon, man. I had to get into fucking UFC 170. No, let's go.
No, you're right, man. You're right. But one thing I want to point out real quick, man, before we get started, man, is a good buddy, Justin, which I mentioned in the intro you guys just heard. Our boy, Justin, man, we miss him a lot. He's working a lot lately, and if you're able to listen to this in the next couple days, buddy, man, we miss you. Hopefully you can get on here before you head off to the Navy, man. He is heading off to the Navy. Serving the country very soon here, man. It's awesome. We commend you, and you're our good buddy, and
master statistician.
Master statistician, man. Anytime we had anything to remember, man, this guy always came through. So we're really on our game today. You know what I mean? In days like this, to where we don't have them, so we got to stay on our game. You know, because if this guy takes off, man, that's it, man. We're gonna have a lot of internet to keep up with it. But anyhow, man. We miss you, dude.
Maybe you can call, he'll be on a KC 130 calling us on Skype one day, you know.
You never know, man. You never know.
Or out somewhere in a fucking aircraft carrier.
You never know, man. It could be very possible. But either way, man, we miss you, dude. And we know you're working hard, so keep it up, dude. And we'll talk to you soon, man. We'll at least get you on before you head off to do your duty. So, but to kick things off, man, UFC 170, man, it's a huge card, man. There's a lot of talk, you know, as of lately about Rashad Evans, man. Fucking A, dude, pisses me off so bad about Rashad Evans, man. I don't know how much we want to go into this just yet. Do we want to
building up hype? We were fucking talking about it, how good Rashad was looking, man. It looked like. Because I had Rashad winning the fight, man, and Cormier is a beast, but I think Rashad would have took it.
I really am kind of with you on that, dude. It's like, you know, Rashad Evans, to me, I mean, just decimating Chael Sonnen. You know what I mean? Not to say Chael Sonnen's, you know, no amazing fucking badass, you know. I'm so tired of hearing that word, as everybody knows, but, you know, just to go ahead and throw it out there again, this whole word amazing, you know, and everybody throwing around amazing. That was amazing. No, a fucking thunderstorm is amazing, okay? A tornado is amazing. You know, a marriage over TV is not amazing, okay? Let's get that straight.
The girl that got the rose at the end of the episode is not amazing.
Yeah, who fucking gives a shit, man? But... Anyhow, man, we'll just throwing that out there. But one thing I will say before we get too far into that card, you know, too far into that fight, because we'll get back to that, because Pat Cummins has a lot to do with that as well. Zach Makowski is taking on Joshua Sample, which I don't know a shit ton about Joshua Sample. I really don't. But he's 11-2, so there could be a few hidden things that we don't know about, but it could be a fucking completely padded match that we don't know about. Who knows? Also, Eric Koch was a title contender at one point. Man, this guy was fucking, you know, as somebody might say, No, I'm not gonna say it. As somebody might say, he was pretty fucking badass and ready to fucking take the belt. But he's taking on Rafael Oliveira.
Got knocked all the way back down in the fucking prelims.
Yeah, pretty much, man. But yeah, second match in. But it's like we talked about in the last card, man. You know, not to go backwards, but I mean, Gegard Mousasi coming into UFC. You know, he takes on Alir Laquifi or whatever it was. You know, I don't know. I shouldn't rag on him either, man. Latifi did a good job, man. He fought a good fight.
He hung in there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He did a good job. But I think they brought him in, you know, under circumstances. They had to do what they had to do, you know, because Gustafsson had to pull out, you know. So
just imagine that fight, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah, and it was at light heavyweight. So all of a sudden, here we are, you know, the fight that just happened, you know, at fucking middleweight. So are they forcing him to go to middleweight? You know what I mean? This is a whole other thing.
Fucking injuries are suspicious, man. You know, it's just like, would fucking Gustafsson be tested by Mousasi? You know, would fucking if Cormier been tested by fucking Evans? I don't know.
Right. It really makes
career-changing fights, man. It's career-changing fights we're talking about.
Yeah, it piss you off fights. Piss you off changing fights, really, I mean. But Zach Makovsky coming in, like I said, Joshua Sample, Eric Koch, Rafael Oliveira. I'm not going to go too deep into those fights. But Stephen Thompson, we're going to take a look at this guy's. Yeah,
before you do that, man, how's the fucking Fight Pass been working out for you?
Oh, you mean Fight Piss? UFC Fight Piss? Well, basically, so far, UFC Fight Piss, which Dana's been fucking blowing himself day by day about how great it is and how great it's going to be in the next 8-9 months. Do you want to wait around for 8-9 months when he's charging you for an extra pay-per-view, extra percentage of a pay-per-view?
Just for them to get up to the technology curve of modern day?
Well, yeah, not only that, it's like, you know, they're charging you $10 a month, but a whole shitload of prelims and whatnot, they're not even in your area. They're blocked out. Hey, sorry, yeah, UFC Fight Night 36? Yeah, check this out. This is pretty cool. Sorry, it's not in your area. Are you serious, man? I paid $10 for this fucking shit? And
it's on the internet, but it's not in your area. That type of internet is not available in your area.
Right. So we're able to stream it, but just not for you. It's a great thing, man. It's going to be amazing. In 8-9 months, it's going to be so awesome, but just not yet for you. What are you talking about, dickhead? Here we go with the Stalin shit again. You know what I mean? But
yeah, buy a product that probably isn't even going to be in your area half the time. But buy it now. It's going to be okay. Just do that.
Yeah, it's going to be there, man. Just hold out, everybody. It's going to be fine.
Just keep paying until it's fine.
Right. No big deal, man. You know, come on, guys. I don't know. You guys, come on, seriously, really? Come on, you know UFC. UFC fucking is fair with everybody, man. Come on, guys. But Stephen Thompson and UFC taking on Robert Whittaker. We're gonna get a first-hand look at these fellas. Stephen Thompson, and I'm sure I'm spelling this fucking wrong, of course. Because if you don't fucking spell it right, you're fucked. But, yeah, just bear with us, people. You'll get over it. But, Wonder Boy coming in. I think this is maybe his fourth fight in the UFC. Like I said, taking on Robert Whittaker. We got the whole fight card attached to this. So we can run down the entire resume of these fighters. His nasty loss of his entire career was to Matt Brown. He came back, Nishan Burrell, he won. Chris Clements, he won at UFC 165. So his last win in UFC, his last career win was September 21st, 2013. He's 8-1-0. To take a look at Robert Whittaker, just to throw this out there, because I think, personally, I thought fucking Stephen Thompson was an exciting fighter. Getting this guy inside the UFC, it's like, holy shit, this shit's exciting. You know what I mean? This dude wrapped this dude upside the head and put his ass on his back, and this dude wasn't getting up. He knocked him the fuck out. You know, I'm talking about Stephen Thompson. But, Court McGee, Robert Whittaker is coming off a loss to Court McGee. You know, and he beat Colton Smith. He beat Brad Scott. Lost to Jesse Juarez. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot of really... It's not no stink of a fight for Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson should be able to pull this out. And I think they're matching him up accordingly. And if he's not able to pull this out, you know, dude, it might be cutsies, because GSP is the one that found Stephen Thompson. You know, as far as I know. It's like, you know, GSP was all over this dude, saying this dude is next big thing. You know, this guy's awesome. Which this guy was also 60-0. I'm not saying 6. I'm saying 60-0 in karate matches.
Damn.
Yeah, this guy was fucking next.
Brain kicking motherfuckers.
This guy was nuts. I mean, in terms of kicking people's asses, just with, you know. But, you know, he doesn't have to deal with takedowns. He doesn't have to deal with any of that. So, Stephen Thompson, I think, coming into MMA was a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, holy shit, dude, you got a lot to learn. Holy shit, you got a lot to learn. So, but it's still very exciting in my opinion to see him grow, see him do different stuff. And Robert Whittaker, in my opinion, still seems to be a pretty relevant match for him to face. You know what I mean? So, but to get back at it, man, and get out of this, unless you want to put a bow on it, man, it's up to you, brother.
No, man, I'm ready for top 3.
Well, before we get into the top 3, I want to throw something at Mike Pyle versus TJ Waldburger. Mike Pyle has looked fucking badass lately, which TJ Waldburger, in my opinion, man, I believe he's coming off a loss. Let's take a look here real quick. Real quick, people. TJ Waldburger has come off a loss to Adlan Amagov. Adlan Amagov came from Strikeforce. And he was a pretty badass fighter in Strikeforce. Looked pretty good. Was an up and comer, you know, and then all of a sudden he got here, you know, to UFC. After UFC bought out Strikeforce and all that shit went down, you know. TJ Waldburger, which right now is 16-8, you know, nothing to be upset about, man. It's a great record. He's taking a Mike Pyle though. Mike Pyle's running a little bit of trouble himself. You know what I mean? So we can't really.
He got in the way of the steamroller, which is Matt Brown. So.
Well, no. Well. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right, man. He beat
Matt Brown knocked him the fuck out, dude. And Matt Brown's on a fucking tear right now.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, no, you're right. I forgot about that fight, dude. Until I got to this page here and we see it right here, man. His last loss was to Matt Brown, August of last year, man. So, Rick Story, James Head, Josh Neer, Ricardo Funch, all UFC fights. This dude's fucking beat all these dudes. I'm talking about Mike Pyle. Mike Pyle is almost a under the radar fighter. He's a really good fighter. If you match him up with the right kind of guy, he will smoke dudes. You know, he lost to Rory MacDonald back in 2011, which Rory MacDonald's still very dangerous opponent, man. I mean, for anybody, really. You know, which is also on this card. So it's pretty sick that Mike Pyle's on this card again, and on this card right now, along with the guy that he lost to 6 fights ago. So, with that in mind, man, let's get back to the card. By all means, man, like I said, Mike Pyle, TJ Waldburger, man, coming off a nasty loss. Let me go ahead and point this out real quick, man. TJ Waldburger, I believe, is coming off a loss, but I can't. Like I said, Adlon Amagov beat Nick Catone. Tough fight with Brian Ebersole. Man, Brian Ebersole is still a kick-ass fighter, but I don't want to take too much away from what we're talking about today, man, which is this weekend's card. So, but I like Waldburger a lot, man. Waldburger is a all-around kick-ass fighter, and the guy's really, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to really describe it, man. The guy's really top-notch when it comes to stand-up and wrestling. I would say everything outside of that is like a 25%, kind of 30%, you know what I mean, kind of a deal. He's really, really good, man. He shows a lot of promise. His fucking ground game is badass. You know what I mean? So him and Mike Pyle could be taking some bonuses home. I'll go ahead and say that, you know. Even though the bonuses have changed, you know, they can still both be taking some bonuses home.
Which they'll get robbed, and Rousey will get it.
Rousey or McDonald or Maia or, you know. But, I mean, Rory MacDonald versus Demian Maia, dude, fucking say your piece on that one, dude. People are tired of hearing my voice.
No, dude, it's gonna be a good fight, believe it or not. It's gonna be a good fight. I think this fight's gonna go to the distance, and I'm gonna have to give it to Demian Maia. I think he's gonna keep his distance. He's gonna use his strikings. He's striking, and he's just gonna outpoint him basically. And McDonald's is a game opponent, dude. He's a damn game opponent. And like I said before, a lot of people look at it and say, hey, you know, fucking Demian Maia got his ass beat by Spider Silva. Well, that was almost 5 fucking years ago, dude. And anybody back then were getting their ass beat by fucking Spider. So, you know.
Oh, yeah.
McDonald's coming off of a fucking a decision loss against fucking Robbie Lawler.
I thought it was a knockout loss, I think.
Yeah, it was a split decision.
Was it really?
Yeah. But, like I said, he's a game opponent. He's going to take you to, 9 times out of 10, he's going to take you to the end, you know.
No, you're right.
So, it's like, you know, he's knocked out Mike fucking Pyle in the first round. So, he's beat BJ Penn,
Shane
Ellenberger,
fucking Nate Diaz. I mean, fuck, man. The guy's got a great resume, man.
He does.
He's got a great resume, man. Nobody can take that away from him, man. He's
no.
Excellent resume. I'm almost...
The thing with Demian Maia is I think Demian Maia is going to just try to keep away from all the jiu-jitsu and the against the fucking cage shit. And he's going to try to keep it out in the middle of the ring and use his kickboxing, you know, and his kicks and shit.
I'm going to kind of head the other direction. So I think Rory MacDonald will be able to keep Demian Maia, which I hope you're right, dude. Don't get me wrong, man. People, don't get me wrong, man. I hope Demian Maia fucking carves a hole in this dude's ass. But that's just me, you know. That's what I'm... Because I like Demian Maia. I think Demian Maia is coming into his own, and he's becoming a really, really top-notch fighter. But Rory MacDonald has a cheap path. But he uses his what do you want to call it, man? He uses his shit wisely. He really does, man. He uses the jab, which he's probably got a longer jab than most any fighter in his weight division. You know what I mean? He's 7'11", you know, and he's using his 9 foot reach advantage, you know, over anybody, which I'm totally
remember he does use his fucking size 22 fucking feet to do some good kicks too.
I'm being totally facetious, but I mean the dude does have a lot of reach on a lot of people that he faces because he's a tall, lanky but strong dude, you know, and very young still. So he's still very young, you know, but still young and 15-2. I mean, it's pretty remarkable when you think about a dude of his stature. So him coming in here with Demian Maia, much more experienced, it makes for a really, really tough fight for Rory MacDonald. Demian Maia should be watching a lot of tape. If Demian Maia's not watching a lot of tape, he's a fucking idiot. But I don't think he's an idiot. I think he should be watching a lot of tape and collecting all the knowledge he should be to win this fight. Because winning this fight is the biggest, in my opinion. You know, next to Anderson Silva, this is Demian Maia's biggest fucking shot right here, in my opinion. Because Rory MacDonald was on a fucking roll.
Oh, yeah.
He was on a huge roll.
That's why I think Maia's going to keep his fucking distance, man. I don't think Maia wants to get in any kind of scraps or fucking wall installs or any of this jiu-jitsu shit, man. Because I think his strength is in open field, open cage, fucking striking, you know. Mano-y-mano striking. I think he's got it. But if McDonald can get a hold of him, I think it's going to be a whole other story.
If who gets hold of him? We say McDonald?
Yeah. If McDonald gets a hold of Maia.
Yeah.
It'll be a different story.
Well, Demian Maia off his back is pretty impressive. And I think that's a lot of reason why Anderson Silva never wanted to go to the ground with him. Because this guy submitted fucking Chael Sonnen, you know, early on.
Jake Shields did. So, you know how Jake Shields fights.
Jake Shields what? I'm sorry.
Jake Shields fucking beat him.
Beat Demian Maia? Well, Jake Shields is one of them guys that I would say Jake Shields is on a league of his own. Because, you know, and I'm not blowing the guy, don't get me wrong, man. But it just seems like this guy, you peg him against a top striker. You can peg him against a really thin, small Mike Tyson. He'll get knocked the fuck out. But if you pin him against a really, really small GSP, you know, that only knows submission game, he'll probably win. I mean...
Yeah, Demian Maia, he's only lost to the likes of Chris Weidman, Mark Munoz, Anderson Silva, and Nate Marquardt. So, we're talking, you know, I don't see Rory MacDonald in that category of fighters right now. And Jake Shields, I think he kind of nullified anything that fucking Maia had just by fucking closing the gap and utilizing his wrestling, you know.
I'm not even sure.
You see half his fucking... all of his fucking wins, dude, are from unanimous decision, which 9 times out of 10 means he was outstriking motherfuckers, you know?
Yeah.
So, that's
fucking
where I'm getting my...
Safers.
Yeah, my shit from, you know? Just striking.
Keep that shit safe, man. Keep it safe.
Stay in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm not ragging on Jake Shields, but it's like, you know what? Jake Shields is one of them guys. It's like, you know what? Holy shit, this guy will mangle somebody under a certain, you know,
G&E style.
Yeah, under a certain style. He will just school you, but all it takes is one little difference in discipline. and you'll crush this dude. This dude can't stand up to it. I mean, Jake Shields proved it. I mean, Jake Ellenberger proved it. Jake Ellenberger knocked this guy out within seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot. I mean, to me, that says a lot. Jake Shields has years to come back from that, in my opinion. It's like, dude, this guy knocked you out within seconds. You need to, if anything...
You need to fucking reevaluate.
Yeah. You need to either, something needs to happen here. You need to make something miraculous happen here in order to get the crowd behind you again. Or something, because I don't see how somebody doesn't watch tape and just mangle his ass again. But since then he's done pretty good. So I mean, you got to hand it to Jake Shields a little bit, because he's come back after that fight and done pretty good. So it's like, shit, man, I can't take too much away from him. You know what I mean? So
I think we need to fucking put a bow on this fucking one, though.
Yeah, big time, man. Fucking Daniel Cormier, man. Patrick Cummins. There's been a fucking shitload of talking about this stuff, man. But just go ahead and put some stank on it. MMA Aftermath style.
I don't know if it's fucking... It's tactics, propaganda tactics, or whatever what they're doing right now to make us forget about the fight that could have happened between Rashad Evans and Daniel Cormier. But I guess it's entertaining. But my point is,
it's a Alir Latifi versus Gegard Mousasi fight, in my opinion.
It is, and they're trying to hype it up. We got fucking Cummins in there talking to a guy about how he makes him cry, which later news comes out about it was the coaches that broke him, and he just happened to be sparring with fucking Cummins at the time. That's why Daniel Cormier is where he is right now, and Cummins is just coming off fucking making burgers or stocking fucking canned goods. I don't know where the fuck he was, but
right,
it was highly disrespectful to have him on there doing that to Daniel Cormier, because I don't even think he's fucking earned that. Really, you don't earn any fucking FaceTime until you do something.
If you really think about it, too, it's like Patrick Cummins. The way Dana brought it out, on MMA Live with Kenny and Boss Bruton, on whatever channel it was, Access Live or whatever it was, whatever show they had on. Which I remember the show, but I can't talk about it. I can't remember the damn name of it. Is really what it comes down to. But Patrick Cummins basically says that he made him cry in training and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, Patrick Cummins is listed as 4-0. Daniel Cormier is 13-0. I mean, there's a big, which it doesn't say everything about, a fighter, because, Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, has taken on guys with lesser records and lost to them. So, I mean, we really can't look at it that way. MMA math never works. We know that. We get that. But Patrick Cummins coming in here, I mean, and Dana White buying it, hook, line, and sinker? Is he out of his fucking mind?
Buying it and hyping it?
Right, exactly. Are you out of your fucking mind, dude? He had no choice but to buy it, hook, line, and sinker, because what else was he going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Call the match off? And
he did. He originally did. He called it off. Right when he heard the intro, it's off, Daniel Cormier, and then the other dude came and said, I'll fight. And then he turned it around and did the hype train on it.
Yeah, and fucking Dana was all over that. He was like, "Oh, yeah, I fucking,
I'll wrap my mouth around that."
Yeah, I'll put my mouth around both his balls. But no, he was like, "Hey, I like this kind of guy because I respect this kind of guy because he's coming out and saying whatever and saying this and saying that. I respect him for coming out and saying what he said, and it's like." That's all it takes? Well, dude, I can fucking wash dishes all day long, dude. That means I can fucking fight some of these wash pans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give me a fucking break, dude. That's all it takes?
So I'll say, hey, there's nobody left. Hey, let's call up one of his fucking ex-training partners from back in fucking from 1997.
Right. Let's go that far back and call out one of his fucking training partners from fucking 17 years ago. Yeah. Hey, man, if Cummins pulls it off, which I fucking highly doubt it, it's going to be a pancake match. It's. I'm going to take a piss into a cup. And that's about what I'm going to fucking base it on.
Yeah, it's going to be some ground and pound. He's going to make him pay for his words.
I'll tell you what, people. Tune into UFC Fight Piss, and you will see this fucking fight as it really is. You probably won't see it at all, really, because tune into Fight Piss. Because you pay $10 a month for it.
It's not in your area.
And it's blocked out. It's blocked out of your area based on where you're from. So, if you want to see Zach McCoskey fight, just don't worry about it, man, because it's blocked out in your area, you know. And I hate to sound like an asshole, like I'm against UFC, because I'm not. I want to see all these fucking fights, but it's like, it just seems like no matter what fucking fight you want to see, every fucking pocket is being fucking. There's a hand in every fucking pocket now. It's
like we were talking about last week when he wants to shut down all these pirate website and shit. Next, he's gonna have fucking Zuffa police ransacking bars, telling them to shut off fucking pay-per-view events because there's too many people watching it. You bought it for one person. You're not allowed to have 150 other people watch it. I'm sorry. Because that's basically what you're saying. If you're going to shut down the pirate thing, then shut down the bars. Because they're all fucking, they're paying for one time.
Yep.
They're paying for one item. They're showing it on a bunch of TVs to a bunch of people.
Well,
so,
at the same time, why don't they fucking just shut us down too? Hey, man, we're talking about UFC. It's not, we didn't copyright any of this shit. We're talking about it though. So shut us down too then, bitch. I mean, give me a fucking break, man. How much do you think you can sue until somebody's going to tell you, get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, you're basically harassing the American public.
Yeah. Well, you think you could sue everybody? Get the fuck out of here. Bonehead. Idiot.
Yeah, you make enough money. You make enough money. You and your cronies, your wallets are fat, your bank accounts are bursting. Stop. Just fucking stop. And from what I hear, most of your fighters aren't fucking happy with their fucking contracts. So we know they're not getting a lot of the cut. So, and now you want to even take away their fucking fight bonuses. So we tell you where you're going now. You're going to dictatorship. We're getting all the money. Fuck everybody else. If you don't like it, fuck you, because we have all the best fighters. And that's why you kind of, it's refreshing to hear somebody like, what's his face, jump ship.
He actually really is. It really is. There's no two ways about it, man, really.
But I see Cormier fucking whipping Cummins' ass, fucking basically out wrestling him, ground and pound, whatever.
Fucking center of gravity, man. This guy is all about center of gravity. Patrick Cummins is going to be coming over top, trying to fucking land some big-ass blows. Cormier is going to go underneath, fucking fireman's carry, fucking slam this dude on his ass, fucking just finish his ass. Fucking done. If it goes harder, hey, that's kick-ass, man. That's badass. That's great. It's even better than UFC expected, which is what I'm hoping for. But am I going to bank on it? No, I'm not going to, because I didn't bank on it with fucking, I hoped that Alir Latifi, and Garmasasi, which under the same exact circumstances, I hope that would have been a great fight, but it wasn't. It was a fucking, just a cakewalk for Gegard Mousasi. And that's just it. You know? I mean, that was just no big deal, man. Hey, I'm coming in here. It's a training session, bitch. There's nothing here that I gotta worry about. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. But moving on, unless you're ready to fucking put a big old bow on it, man, let's go on to the main event, man. These two broads fucking just ready to kick ass.
Let's do it. Just the next installment of the Rousey show. You know, doing promos and full makeup. How'd he look? You know, just done with her bullshit. I hope every time she fights, I'm pulling for the other fighter. Because I'm just done with her little spiel, her little show, her little sideshow.
I think that's what Dana likes.
Yeah, oh, he loves it.
Nobody fucking likes her, so Dana fucking loves that. Because it's like, everybody loves to hate the hater. You know, everybody loves to fucking, bag on the fucking, everybody loves to fucking hate on the fucking...
right now. There's a reason that he doesn't want any... There's a reason that Dana White is constantly ragging on Cyborg. Every time he hears something about Cyborg wanting to come and fight Ronda Rousey, he totally trashes the name of Cyborg. Every single fucking time. Hey, fighters have been busted for, TRT and have come back and fought clean. They don't get shit talked about them. They changed their lives. They said, yeah, I fucked up and came back and, hey, they're trying to do it right. But apparently, Dana doesn't see it that way, and he just wants to keep going back and digging up dirt and talking shit. When the actuality of it all is he doesn't want his prized little queen to get her face smashed in. Let's be real about it. So...
Oh, absolutely, man.
So that's what I'm saying. Ronda Rousey, yeah, she's awesome. She's beating all the talent that's in here. But what talent is in here? Is it the best in the world? Is it the best in the world that she's fighting right now? Because as far as I know, the fucking Chris Cyborg, she has the pedigree. I know she was on the fucking roids and shit, but I think she would have probably still won those fights that she won.
True, but at the same time, Sarah McMann, which is up against
7-0.
Yeah, she's 7-0 as well. So it's two undefeated fighters. It's never been this way. And this chick is pretty promising. I mean, she looks pretty damn good.
She's built.
What's that?
She's built.
Yeah, I mean, she's a very tough competitor. So I mean, it's not going to be no easy game for Ronda, in my opinion. It's not going to be no easy game. And mind you, Tito Ortiz has left Chris Cyborg. He's not.
That was probably her best fucking move.
Chris Cyborg's manager is not Tito Ortiz anymore. So
even when it was Tito Ortiz, she didn't have a manager.
Tito Ortiz fucking just bailed on the whole thing because,
He's a quitter.
I'll tell you what. You know what? Tito Ortiz's ex-wife said it best when she said Tito Ortiz is going to fucking crash and burn all on his own. Nobody has to help him. He's going to fucking do it himself. And you know what I'm talking about. His ex-wife.
Jenna Jameson said that.
Jenna Jameson said fucking Tito Ortiz is going to crash and burn all on his own. Nobody has to fucking help him do it. And she's really starting to sound like she knows what she's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So
Tito pulled out of the fight.
Fucking Tito pulled out. It's fucking over with. And Chris Cyborg is on her own now. So what better match to make up when these two chicks go at it? Sarah McMann taking on Ronda Rousey. What better match to make up is now that fucking Tito Ortiz has fucking stepped aside because he can't fucking handle it anymore. And he's probably going to go broke with all this. Or unless he's been bought off. Who knows? Unless he's been paid off. And here's your fucking chump change. That's going to get you by for your next year or two. With your Bellator contract or whatever. Whatever
fucking handlebar mustache.
But anyway, man, fucking, I wouldn't be surprised if after that we see Chris Cyborg working her way down to 135 to try to make some kind of a dealio happen.
Yeah, because after the end of it all, who does Rousey have left to fight? What is the draw going to be? How is he going to get money for the next Rousey pay-per-view? His hand's going to be forced. And whoever is representing fucking Cyborg, they should tell her that. Say, dude, this hand's going to be forced. She's going to go through the whole women's division, and what are you going to just have, retreads?
Right, and she's already fucking well into movies. And she's already talking about how, she's going to do this and she's going to do that after fighting, which is very close. She's talking about being done very soon here. So that's why Dana's like, okay, we need to fucking... She just won a match? Okay, you need to fucking fight in February. February, March, April. She's going to be fighting in April again. April or May.
Yeah.
She's going to be fighting again very soon because he's going to need to fucking get his dick into this fucking match and find a way to get this fucking match underway because it's like, okay.
He's going to get the most out of his women fighting division right now.
He's going to have to.
Before her star power goes away.
If she gets beat, by all fucking means, if she gets beat, oh jeez, then it's fucking over with.
Well, no, actually, it would almost fucking bode better for him because then you're going to get the rematch and you're going to get the more money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. And McMann is not a fucking bad prospect for that, man. She's not even a prospect. She's a fucking top-notch fighter to come in here and do it. I mean, she's a really good fighter, man. She's a really she's fucking good everywhere, man. I mean, not saying she's gonna fucking beat her, but I mean, she looks pretty top-notch to whatever she does. Whether it goes to the ground or takedowns, takedown defense. She looks good everywhere, man. Really, I mean, she looks good everywhere, in my opinion. I mean,
you look at all the girl fighter picks too. Ronda Rousey is the only one with full curled hair, full eye makeup, lipstick, the whole 9 yards.
Well, you can't not say that about Miesha Tate, though. Even though Miesha Tate's been beat a few times.
Yeah, she's been done up in every photo shoot too. You're right.
And she still looks better than fucking Ronda. I gotta give her that.
Oh yeah.
She looks a lot better than Ronda. Ronda will never be able to beat her in that area. Yeah, that's probably one of Ronda's fucking problems. But
I'm just, the thing is, I'm not going to sit out there and say, hey, she's a great fighter at what she does. That's great. But go about being a professional and a champion in a different light instead of being a spoiled little brat.
Yeah, we could run down that in a couple shows, man. We're pretty much fucking 44 minute range, man. So we pretty much fucking had 2 full shows tonight, man, for sure. But hopefully you guys dug it, man. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. If you did, hit the like button, join up, head over to MMA Aftermath on Facebook, LegalLoboRadio.com. LegalLobo.com, all that good stuff. And
go check out Jason Muggsy at acslive.tv. He's also a representative in WXC MMA.
Yeah, man, we're all doing what we can. We're putting on shows. We're doing what we can, man. Show us a little bit of love, and which you guys have done that, and I really, really appreciate it. I want to say
the word.
For last week's show, man, I really want to tell you guys, man, we really appreciate everybody tuning in, man.
The support for sure.
The support was kick-ass last week, man. So if you guys are here this week again, we appreciate it, man. Keep it up, and shit's just growing, man. It's only getting better and better. So, we'll see you next week, man. We'll be talking about the tail end of this whole card. So. But it was a good night, man. Hopefully you guys appreciate it, man. Dan, been an awesome time, dude.
Oh, yeah. Great show, man. Great two-parter.
Great two-parter, man. We'll see you guys next weekend, man.
Later, peeps.
Later, people. Next Tuesday, we'll see you.
That's not beer.
That's it, brother. We'll see you, man.